This is the Regal Imports news for January 2017. Happy New Year. Retail sales are up, and some say as much as 6.5%. However, there are a few categories that are not keeping up with last year's numbers. Among these are jewelry and department store sales. According to Yahoo Finance, the top 7 retailers in the United States, including Best Buy, JCPenney, Kohl's, Macy's, Nordstrom's, Sears, and Target, lost $90 billion of share value in the last decade, while Amazon gained over $300 billion in the same time period. The U.S. Commerce Department reported that U.S. e-commerce sales growth continues to outpace stores. The Rappaport Tradewire reported that retail stores struggle with cautious holiday season spending, while mobile drives strong economic growth. Amazon reports record holiday sales, including 10,451 carats of diamonds. There was a lack of excitement in the shopping malls this December. Retail sales were up, but shoppers seemed to be just going through the motions. 2016 has been a forgettable year for diamonds at the manufacturing and retail levels. However, miners were able to sell more and restore rough prices to 2014 levels. It is interesting that miners continue to increase rough sales and prices, while, according to Charles Wyndham, polished prices fell to their lowest levels this December since 2010. I don't know about you, but I find the high price of rough and the decline in polished prices disconcerting. I find it difficult to listen to diamond trade organizations preaching optimism in light of these facts. Diamond miners say that the diamond industry is healthy and that they will increase rough prices in 2017. Is there something I'm missing? I have been told that there are over 100 vacancies in the Israeli diamond boursa, and that the boursa hallways are deserted. Diamond trade press headlines promote a different reality, like Trump effect, diamond trade optimistic for 2017. These reports are just wrong. Everyone in the diamond business is or should be nervous. The facts don't warrant optimism. They warrant a reassessment. The diamond industry has no shared message. Are diamonds commodity or luxury? This is an important question because these two concepts are diametrically opposed and do not market well together. What are diamond boursa members? Manufacturers or manufacturing retailers? Are boursa initiatives helping the industry by encouraging manufacturers to sell direct to the consumers? I quote Yoram Devash, president of the Israeli Diamond Boursa. We've come a long way in our partnership with James Allen, as we now have almost 100 companies that are selling to consumers through its platform. We also launched the Get Diamonds trading platform, which is designed to make the stock of Israeli diamond companies accessible to as wide a market as possible. It seems that the only people that the Israeli Boursa members won't sell to are those that won't buy from them. Making excuses for jewelry going backwards is not constructive. Instead, I will simply quote the words of 4-time New York Times best-selling author Gary Vaynerchuk. Bullshit entrepreneurs cry about the way they want it to be, instead of reacting to the way it is. According to Peter Smith, in 1983, there were 40,000 points of sale for retail jewelry. Today, he expects that number is closer to 16,000. Doug Stevens, author of The Retail Revival, believes that retailers have a very clear decision to make. That decision is either to be a low-cost, price-driven provider or a high-end provider. He thinks that the space in the middle will simply disappear. Jewelry's disappointing performance last year is really all about us as merchants and retailers, and not about the economy. Steve Barr of PricewaterhouseCoopers said that this year, the retailers that are stuck in the middle really did not do well, and the majority of their growth was fueled by promotions. I heard an interesting interview with Michael Sandel, a political philosophy professor at Harvard University, on CBC Radio. He said that today the dignity of work is not respected. America has gone from making things to making money. To relate this quote to jewelry, there is a full swing in progress towards mass production, less handwork and more computer-aided design. There are fewer artists and even fewer artisans. This is reality. The Donald wants to go back to the days when Americans made everything themselves. But if Sandel's statement is correct, then Americans will have to make a 180-degree turn, and that turn will be against the tide. On the surface, I agree with the Donald. Creative handwork is undervalued and worth more than mass-produced imported jewelry. But do millennials agree with me? Are diamonds losing emotional appeal for younger generations? Do millennials understand the difference between value and price? Do they really care? Why are millennials so interested in social responsibility, yet so removed from personal involvement in social change, and, I would say, even detached from world events? How do you communicate with a generation that already has all the answers? Andrei Polakov, president of the World Diamond Council, explains it this way. Millennials have mosaic thinking. They perceive the world in short and vivid images. Therefore, the imagery of a blood diamond will be more convincing to them than a long article about the fact that conflict diamonds are no longer a problem. With this in mind, it would seem logical that to reach millennials, the diamond industry needs to present a simple, consistent image about what our industry construes as a diamond's worth. But at this point in time, the diamond industry doesn't know. And it is reacting much like the character played by Claude Rains in the movie Casablanca. We blow with the wind, and the prevailing wind happens to be from Vichy. And that's the Regal Imports News, and I thank you very much for watching.